with freedom. But we can never be free, even for a split second. You know my soul has been burnt to ashes. I'll be born again as a firestorm, and put the city into a scream.
For my people.
We got him. Found multiple alternatives in the building. Where's the backup? We're on our way. ETA 2 minutes.
Damn, it's too late.
Good to see you.
Why are you giving this to us? You should do this too.
No choice. Then we'll hit first.
I don't believe in sapiens, old man.
You don't have to know the reason. Just remember...
The boat is waiting for us in the sewers. Let's move out.
Summer 2006. Webzen presents.
Use your gun, soldier.
Well, now.
Delta 1, there's a chopper in position. Here we go.
Huxley.
Huxley, the Dystopia, is a massive multiplayer online first-person shooter developed by the H studio of a global online entertainment company called Webzen Inc. Huxley takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where human beings have been mutilated and are divided into two opposing races, sapiens and the alternative. At the centre of the battle for survival is something called the Lunarites, a promising new energy source that both sides seek to obtain. This forces both the sapiens and the alternatives to battle each other to do whatever it takes to wipe out the conflicting race and gain control of the world and its resources. Huxley was first unveiled for the Xbox 360 at E3 in 2005 and was due to be released sometime in the late 2000s, but the game for the Xbox 360 never saw the light of day. Huxley was also announced for the PC with the intention that both games for the Xbox and for the PC were going to be cross-platform, but only the PC version saw a beta release in North America in June 2009 and July 2009. The closed beta test for the PC version of Huxley lasted up until the 12th of August 2009, and since then the game has just vanished. The developer of Huxley, Webzen Inc, doesn't even have the game listed on their website anymore. It appears since 2010 development of the game has been halted on all platforms and then subsequently cancelled. I remember seeing the initial gameplay and concept footage for Huxley back in 2005 and it looked very impressive. The whole idea of the game being cross-platform and being able to verse gamers on the PC version of the game was very enticing. The speed and style of Huxley also looked very impressive. It looked very fast paced and team orientated, with it obviously taking inspiration from the likes of Unreal Tournament. But unlike many first-person shooters, the game had large worlds, just like massive multiplayer online RPGs such as World of Warcraft.
Can you describe to me how many players will be able to join the battlefield at one time?
Sure, so the persistent side of it is the actual city that your character will reside in and where most of the community interaction will take place, and that's up to 5,000 people in one area. Outside of that, when you want to go and get into the battle areas, we'll have as low as 2-on-2 death matches all the way up to 200 people in one instance battle area, so that's 100 on 100 PvP.
Can you discuss the ability for PC and 360 gamers to play together in Huxley?
So one of the things that we're really excited about is Huxley will be not only on the PC but also on the Xbox 360, but that's not all. They're also going to be cross-platform. So if you have a 360 player and a PC player that want to get together in the same server, the same instance battle area, they can both play with and against each other in that zone.
When are you expecting to ship both versions?
The PC version will launch in 2007 and will follow about 6 months after the 360 version.
In a 2006 interview with the game's producer King John Kang, he stated that the cities in the game will be able to accommodate up to 5,000 players, and individual battles will support up to 100 players as well. But as the years went by, it was clear that Huxley had a troubled development cycle. In further interviews, it was stated that the player count would be reduced down to 60 players due to constraints with the game engine and cuts in the game's budget.
As far as like number of people, okay, so in the local battle we're currently looking at 16 versus 16, and in the battle zone we're looking at 32 versus 32. So in the local battle, it's like any other FPS. You go in, you select a channel, and you create a room, and in that room you create your room and you wait for other players to join you, and you just play out a map or a death match or capture the flag, the various other modes. And in the battle zone, you enter the battle zone through the city, and it actually pertains to the results of the battle zone has an effect on your city. So if your faction is doing better than the other faction in the battle zone, then you start receiving monetary benefits, such as when you sell an item, you get more money back than you would normally, and vice versa, it'll drop if your faction is not doing as well.
After the closed beta tests hit the PC version in 2009, it soon became clear that the Xbox 360 version was totally canned, and even though the game received plenty of promotion and even had a fully recorded score for its PC release, it wasn't long before the PC version was cancelled outright. In my own personal opinion, I really do feel like that the many years of troubled development and the fact that the developers had to lower the overall player count says it all for Huxley. Judging by the very few forum posts from beta testers at the time, reception for the game wasn't all that particularly great. Some players actually stated that it was a poor man's Unreal Tournament 3, and I do get the impression that Webzen took the criticism on board and just dropped all support for the game, which is a real shame because back in 2005 and 2006 this game sounded amazing and it sounded like it was going to do something great for consoles, but alas, it was one of those games that was never meant to be and will forever remain cancelled.